Okay, I know what I said, but I'm also a massive hypocrite. Hey everyone, welcome back to Andrew's Wizardly Reads, and today, guys, we are doing a book haul. I didn't expect to be doing a book haul, and yet here we are. I have books to haul. We are going to show them to you. Before we get into that, please do me a huge favor. Like this video and subscribe to the channel, as it does help the channel grow. You can check the description box down below for links to all of my social media, including my Patreon/book club, which you can join for as little as $1 a month and join in on some great bookish discussions, and the Wizards Enclave Discord, again, for a great bookish community. With that out of the way, we've got a book haul, and I know I just released a video saying book haul's bad, and yet I'm addicted to buying books. I've shown most of these in like shorts here and there as they've come in, and now I'm just compiling them all together and repackaging it and showing it to you in a massive haul. These are all the books that I acquired in March/April. Some of these were purchased in March, and then they showed up in April. In fact, I've got one over there. I better move this over here so I don't forget about it. And then right behind me is my good friend. Which way does the hand go? It goes this way. We've got this right here. This is my K9. He now lives on my shelf. This was a fantastic gift from my good buddy, Zach, the Storytelling Dragon. Thank you so much, Zach. I love K9. He is a doorstop, and yet he is going to be living on my bookshelves. So, he goes right there. Now, I have a multitude of books to get through. It's not terrible, but again, I do have I've been buying books. I treated myself to a birthday present because my birthday was at the end of March, but of course that didn't arrive till April. And so we've got this sucker right here, the Broken Binding edition of The Way of Adan by Philip Chase. It's got these gorgeous gilded edges. It's signed. It's got a stunning map in here, and it's also got cloth bound. I'm struggling to get the dust jacket off. Be careful with the dust jacket, because damaged dust jackets equals sad wizards. And we've got this lovely foiled cloth, just stunning book. And I cannot wait to have the other editions of the trilogy from the Broken Binding whenever they deign to let me get my grubby little hands on these. And my number is 1,411 of 1,500 copies. So I've got this in my collection, and it is a looker. It is stunning. I got a gift card from my good buddy, John. And he basically said, hey, thank you for being a friend. Happy birthday. Go buy yourself some books. So I went and bought 3 books. We've got The Nightmare Man by J.A. Marquardt. We've got The Books of Blood by Clive Barker. And What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher. Now, I had asked John for some recommendations, and unfortunately, the Barnes & Noble that I went to just didn't have any of those in stock. But John loves horror, and I figured what better way to honor the man who gave me a gift card, who we both love books. I want to go check out some more horror, so I only looked in the horror section, and these are what I came up with. Books of Blood is very famous. What Moves the Dead, very famous. And then this one was unheard of for me, but it says a clear heir to Stephen King, dizzying, dazzling, and utterly spooky. T. Kingfisher meets Cassandra Call in a chilling horror novel that illustrates the fine line between humanity and monstrosity. And that just appealed to me, so I went ahead and picked those up. I received from the wonderful team over at Starlit Publishing the 12th and final book in 1,000 Li by Tao Wong. I am current on this series. I cannot wait to get into this and start reading it. I've been really vibing with some cultivation fantasy, which you're going to see about here later. It's off the wall cultivation fantasy, but still, at least what's coming later is off the wall. This is very standard cultivation fantasy, very enjoyable. Love Wu Ying, and I can't wait to see where the story takes us. And yeah, I'm sad that this arc of the story is coming to an end, but hopefully there is hope for more. So just a little bit of a teaser there. But yes, this comes out very soon, and I'm very happy and very grateful to have this in my collection. Then I did some sort of short, and I don't remember what the short was, but I was just like, urban fantasy, give me a recommendation. Someone said you should check out The Hollows, and I was like, okay, say more. Or say less. I don't know how that phrase works, but Kim Harrison's The Hollows. This is Dead Witch Walking, book 1 of The Hollows. And I heard it's been rather well acclaimed, and so I decided to pick up a physical edition of it. I don't know a whole bunch about it other than it sounded cool, and the ratings were actually fairly high. All the creatures of the night gather in the hollows of Cincinnati to hide, to prowl, to party, and to feed. Vampires rule the darkness in the predator-eat-predator world rife with dangers beyond imagining, and it is Rachel Morgan's job to keep the world civilized. A bounty hunter and a witch with serious sex appeal and an attitude. She'll bring them back alive, dead or undead. That's Dead Witch Walking. Sounds interesting to me. And then this, just a bunch of my friends have been really enjoying this. And I've read the first chapter, and I had to pump the brakes because I was going to throw out my entire TBR, all my reading plans, and just focus on this. This is Whispers of the Storm by Z.B. Steele. This is right up my alley. From what I've read, it's amazing. Ooh, look at that art on the back. That is fantastic. Redland of the Wolves, Vanguard, Legend, Assassin, Reaper. And, like, when you start the book, like, the main character's in jail and he's getting the crap kicked out of him and he's supposed to be this, like, fallen legend. That just really appealed to me. I really like the writing style. People that I trust have loved this, and from what I read, I'm going to love this as well. Like, this is highly anticipated. Very, very, very much looking forward to that. I love this man, F. Paul Wilson. Good writer. And he has written 3 short story collections called the Compendium of F. And so I got Volume 3, Volume 2, and Volume 1. And these are, they're all different, like, pictures on the back. That's really cool. And these are different eras of short stories that he's written from, like, the 70s, and I believe it goes into the 90s and then the 2000s or something like that. But I don't know anything about these other than their short story collections from an author that I enjoy, and so I decided to pick them up. And look at that massive, massive nose. They've done him a disservice. I hope that he is not too offended by that. But frankly, it's called the Compendium of F, and I think his nose looks fine. I think that is a caricature. Like, his nose is not that bad. Like, if his nose is bad, then my nose is... Oh, it isn't... I don't know. Is my nose super big? You tell me in the comments. Tell me in the comments if my nose is too big. I think his nose is just fine. I think that's silly. Then we've got A Memory of Song by Scott Palmer. This was making the rounds later to mid last year, and the cover with, like, the branches coming out of the sword hilt just really caught my attention. Sounds like a darker fantasy. I decided to go ahead and pick it up. In a dying land, the armies of the dead hold sway, and those who rule them are more god than human. It just sounds really intriguing. A little bit of a darker fantasy. I'm here for it. So yeah, picked that up. I then went to a show here at a local theater, and that's Alton Brown. If you don't know Alton Brown, he's on the Food Network, Good Eats, Cutthroat Kitchen, stuff like that. He was the host of Iron Chef America. Very entertaining guy, very, very smart. And this is my second show of his that I've been to in the last, like, 3 years. And this is supposed to be, like, his farewell tour. Anyway, they were selling merch, and some of the merch was a signed book by Alton Brown. And I was just like, yes, please. I paid too much for it, but at the same time, I wanted to have this. This is Alton Brown, Food for Thought, Essays and Ruminations. And I've read the foreword. I really enjoy the foreword. So this is just something that I'm going to pick up when I want to read something. That's just a little bit of food for thought. It's very much an impulse buy. Did not expect to be a signed book to be at this show, because it was like about life stories and cooking and fun stuff and comedy. So I just saw it and I picked it up. And now that off-the-wall cultivation I mentioned earlier, we've got 2 separate series. The first one is Beware of Chicken, 1, 2, and 3. I've read all 3 of these since purchasing them. There's Beware of Chicken 1. We've got Big D, and we've got Shinro. And then we've got, I believe that's Mei Ling and Big D. This is book number 2. Read this one. And then here we've got Tigu, Sholan, and Big D. And you can say Big D, Bai D, depends on who you're talking to or who's talking in the story. His name is Big D. He thinks his name is Bai D. So, but yeah, fantastic, wholesome, just... These were comforting reads during my latest kind of bout of burnout, but, like, they're illustrated as well, which I thought was really, really cool. So these were fantastic. I highly recommend either picking up the audiobooks or the physical edition. Do both. I don't really care. But treat yourself. Treat yourself and get the books. And then finally, because I've been enjoying that so much, I got another recommendation for a similar series that I have not yet to try yet, but I went ahead and picked up the first 2 of 4, and that is Haylock Jobson's Heretical Fishing, and that's book 1 and book 2. And I don't really know a whole lot about this. It says, a world abandoned by the gods, mystifying cosmic forces, unimaginable power for those willing to ascend, and a hero who would rather go fishing. And that's just kind of my attitude right now, is I'd rather go fishing. So yeah, this just kind of appealed to me. I loved Beware of Chicken so much, and I was like, you know what, I'll find something in a similar vein, because I'm almost caught up completely on Beware of Chicken. I've got one more book, and then I'm fully caught up. And then I'll probably jump straight into Heretical Fishing as a comfort read. But that is the book haul. Nothing too crazy, but again, I did buy books. I did haul books of books that I'm not immediately planning to read. I can't seem to help myself. Help me! But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know your April pickups. That's all I really got for today, guys. I hope you are doing well. Till next time, peace out. Stay magical. Bye. And as always, I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons. Thank you for supporting my passion and my hobby. It means the world to me.